back, United Takes Network. As always, I'm your host, Tommy Glover. In here for UTN Sunday Ticket, October the 12th. First game of the day, 9U D2 competition, Eastside Ravens, ABA. I know we was having some audio issues in the middle of our first game yesterday. Think we got all that wrapped up today. Think we ready to go. ABA in the all red, well, the red with the gray bottoms. Eastside Ravens in the all gray. Teams representing the GYFL and the Mayful. Crossover game, what we usually do on Sundays. Get us some work that we can't get in our regular leagues. 5 games on tap today. Up next, biggest 11U game in the country again, 2 days in a row. Midwest Sawboys and Tucker. Yesterday, today, Midwest Sawboys and Walk Down game. All right. We get ready for the kick. Shout out to all the good people at Carver High School. Working with us to put on games this weekend. Ravens will receive the kick. ABA last week, big win over Cobb County Bulldogs. What up, Dad? Tunnel Vision in the house. He finally showed up. You know when he want to. Mr. 1-2, how you doing? One of the best players at 5U in the building as well. Yeah, how y'all did yesterday? 28-0, 1K5U. Yeah, we like 10 minutes behind though, but they ready to go now. Nah, it ain't bad, right? Decent little spot. That's why we got to do more work with them, you know what I'm saying, so they can make some, City of Atlanta, so they can start, APS putting some more money into, their stuff. But definitely, they don't use it like that, you know what I'm saying? But you got everything you need. That shit we're open too, you know what I'm saying? But I got somebody, I think they doing the drone on this game. I don't know if he's staying for the next game though, but I'm trying to get him to stay for the next game too. But all right, here we go. ABA on the kickoff. Eastside Ravens back deep. Short off his hand. Is it recovered by ABA? Ravens got it. First down. It's 9U. Yeah. ABA looked good last week, though, against Cobb County. They both said they're going to try to play D2 at Nationals this year, though. So that's why they're trying to get that work in. 9U loaded, too. Kennard and them 4-4 Bulls supposed to be going to play the Philly. They play Frankfurt Chargers. Okay. Yeah. Then Georgia Elite Stallions, Fairburn, Lithonia, The Family, Stonecrest, PTD. That's all 9U. Yep, food truck. Yeah, Louisiana Bistro, Big Scoop, the usual suspects at UTN events down there today. First time getting to see Eastside Ravens up close. Real cool with their big brothers, the 11U, Heartless Headhunters. They've been playing UTN for years. They wanted to get their little brothers on the platform. He reverses field. Uh-oh, he's still on his feet. He ain't gonna get out of that one though. Oh wow. He never was the whole way down. Hey, Kai, go play catch over there. Preston here already too? Yeah, I said, but I seen a bunch of y'all kids early. I told Terry I them stop playing around. I told him this is a real game today. He thinks it's a game, man. I told him he better be prepared, ready to play. Who? I don't know. Yesterday they were all red. That might be them. But hey, listen, they're on a business trip. They weren't playing no games. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday's game was at 2 o'clock. Encroachment on the defense. Today game at 2 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Most people, they come in town, they try to get a late night game. Oh, a Saturday night game, and then try to play early on Sunday to go back, and that backfire on you. You know what I'm saying? As far as I know, they ain't do no partying or nothing. They was chilling. You know what I'm saying? Knocked off Tucker. They ain't really catch no injuries or nothing like that yesterday, so they pretty fresh for a back-to-back game with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And MVPs, the quarterback 13, wide receiver number 4, game changers, boy. I'm trying to tell you. Shout out to the Sawboys, man. Nothing. Well, I think it was the year before. Yep. I think it was the year before. Hand up. Can he get to the edge? He won't. ABA tackling in numbers. All right, bet. That'll bring up 4th down and about 20 for the Ravens. Ravens in punt formation. Keeping it to the edge. Probably 2 yards short of the first down. 4th and 20. He probably picked up 18. But it'll be first down, ABA. ABA looked very good last week through the air. Handoff up the middle, not much at all. Might have got back to the original line of scrimmage. Handoff. Nothing. Did he strip the ball? He tried, but he didn't get it. Loss of about 3. ABA trips to the bottom of the screen. Slant. Caught. Picks up maybe 6. Will bring up 4th and 8 for ABA. Trips to the bottom of the screen, bunch formation. Uh-oh, and there he goes. 7 to the house. Touchdown, ABA. ABA on top, 6-0 there. No flags. Touchdown is good. Two-point conversion tribe coming. Version is no good. ABA on top, 6-0. All right. Decent starting field position for the Eastside Ravens, right around the 40-yard line. Pick up a maybe two. Hand off up the middle. Picks up maybe one. That's the end of your first quarter. ABA on top. 6-0. All right, welcome back. Start of the second quarter. Eastside Ravens, ABA. ABA on top, 6-0. Ravens ball, 3rd and 5, right about midfield. Lets it go. Picked off. Number 8, ABA with the pick. And the Guardian cap drip. Throw them they ball back. Way to start the second quarter if you're ABA. All right, ABA, 2x2 set, twins to the top, twins to the bottom. So they looked very good through the air last week. Jet sweep, balls on the ground, but he has it. Breaks a tackle. Pickup of 1. ABA again, 2x2, twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Nothing. Back at the original line of scrimmage now, bring up 3rd and 10. All right, ABA again. Now they're switching. 5 wide. Trips to the top. Twins to the bottom. Ball on the ground. He recovered it. But that will bring up 4th and about 15. Ravens have played pretty decent defense so far, giving up a couple big plays, one for the touchdown, another one they gave up, 4th and long for the first down. Now at 4th and 15, I know they're trying to get a stop right now, get that ball back in great field position. All right, 4th down. 5 wide for ABA. He takes off. Enough for the first down and more. Ball out of bounds on the tackle, but he has more than enough for a first down. ABA, big 4th down conversions is what's hurting the Ravens right now. 4th and 15, got to be able to keep contained on them. You play 3 good downs of football, but that 4th down is killing them right now. ABA on the move, though. 1st and 10. Right about the 35-yard line. Timeout Ravens. They really want to talk about some things. See if they could capitalize. ABA trying to punch it in again. All right. 1st and 10, ABA. Hand out to 0. Loss of maybe 1. 2nd and 11 upcoming. No gain on the play. Bring up 3rd and 11. Good hard count. Encroachment against the defense. 5-yard penalty. Bring up 3rd and a little bit more manageable for ABA. 3rd and about a long 6, almost 7. 6, 7. All right, 3rd and 6 for ABA. Oh, he caught it. First down, ABA. No flags on the play. ABA up 6-0. ABA up 6-0 in the 2nd quarter, and they're driving. ABA does get the ball back after half, too. ABA trying to put themselves at the top of that D2 pile for non-U division this year. Eastside Ravens first time playing this year. Wanted to see how they fared in the D2 division as well. All right, conversion tribe coming. Handoff up the middle to 3. So they got me ahead of myself talking about conversion try. 2nd and goal for ABA upcoming. Injury timeout at the 1. We'll be right back. All right, ABA at the goal line. I want to say 3rd and go. Keep, rolls out, easy money. Touchdown, ABA. ABA on top now, 12-0 in the second. 12-0 in the second. Well, that'll be your half. ABA on top, 12-0. We'll see you back after the half. the start of the third, man. ABA on top. Eastside Ravens 12-0. Next up, 2 o'clock start. Saw Boys walk down game. Fix your attitude. The guy in the black. All right. ABA will receive the kick. Already up 12-0. Through his legs. He got it now. Uh-oh. Ravens all over it. Good tackle. Good start field position for ABA. First down at their own 38-yard line. ABA in the spread again. 2 wide receivers to the top, 2 wide receivers to the bottom. Uh-oh, first play, he's got it. Touchdown, ABA, no flags, on top. 18-0 now. That's that man 8 again. ABA on top, 18-0 now. Told you, look good through the air, man. Overshot him. Still, ABA on top, 18-0. That boy Cam Worthy in the house. There you go. Oh, man. All right, up next, Midwest Saw Boys walk down game should be a doozy. Right now, it's been all ABA so far. On top, 18-0 over Eastside Ravens. Kickoff off the hands of the Ravens. Is that recovered by ABA? Recovered by ABA. Wow. When it rains, it pours. ABA will take over. Already up 18-0. Scored on the first possession of the second half. Can he get to the edge? Good tackle in space. Second down and about 4 for ABA. Nothing in the backfield. All right. Oh, off the outstretched hands of the receiver. Fourth down And about 7, jet sweep action. Picked off. Eastside Ravens. Good tackle. Eastside Ravens take over after the pick. 18-0 ball game. Third quarter action. Handoff up the middle. Nothing. Uh, 18-0. Yeah, they got 3 touchdowns. Eastside Ravens just got a pick. It's third quarter. Yeah, they got a pick, man. They got life. What you talking about? They back. Handoff, stiff arm, tried to get outside. Uh-oh, still on his feet. Might have got back to the original line of scrimmage. Didn't. Third and a long 12 still for the Ravens. Straight to the line. Hand off again to the edge. Loss of maybe 1. 4th and 13 upcoming for the Ravens. Three in shotgun. Power left formation. There he goes. Can they get the block? No. 3 is out there smacking. I ain't going to hold you. Old school, we used to call it laying the wood. I'm trying to tell you. Turnover on downs. ABA takes a 1st and 10. Great field position at the 35-yard line of the Ravens. I bet 140. All right, we be right back for the start of the 4th. They got him. Yeah, I got him. Yeah. We got him. Yeah, workers. Yeah, we got workers. Yeah. He to the outside. Dang, again. Good tackle out of bounds. I guess they had about the 28. That boy 22 from Tucker. Kobe, the boy they call him Kobe, man. He was MVP our preseason when they smacked Tucker. I mean, when they beat Twin City, he was the guy. And then I'm surprised what's name didn't get off yesterday. Them 6. Pop ain't get off, and then 7 Hell Rail played with Eastside Babies last year. That's where Hell Rail come from too. He ain't really get that much run yesterday from what I seen. Yeah, and that's why they felt good from the beginning, man. You know what I'm saying? That's Coach Bartley, y'all, in the background from Saw Boys, talking about the game yesterday, you know what I mean? But that was Tucker thought they was a good matchup for you just because of how they play ball physically. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I say. I don't think they get enough respect either. But then yesterday, they were trying to use it as a double-edged sword. Well, Tucker probably good. Well, Saw Boys ain't that good. You know, how you going to say both? You got to say one or the other. You know what I'm saying?
You can't call any team that's a top 5 team in Georgia of all places.
Exactly.
You can't give me a bunch of times that they lost.
But I told them that yesterday too, man, because Emo gave me a date. If you listen, Emo told me any day after Labor Day, they would play Eastside Babies. They 10 minutes apart. That was 6 weeks ago. I ain't seen the game yet. And it ain't because Eastside Baby don't want the game, because they want the game every dang week. They play tonight. They play Gresham tonight. He going to play anything moving at 11. So
they got to play.
Them two going to have to play again. And then them and Fu ain't played since they got reconstructed teams. You know what I'm saying? The last time they played, L.A. Mike was on a walk-down game.
Yeah, that's different.
That was a big difference. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, I just think all them people should play. Especially you done came down here to play I'm like, how y'all 10 minutes apart and y'all ain't playing? I said, we shouldn't have no confusion when it's time for Florida.
Yeah. Like I said, y'all should want to play just to be on the other one on the other side from me.
Oh, now, what's name look good. They beat Harbor Area yesterday. OC beat Harbor Area. This is what happened. OC beat Harbor Area, right? LA Rams had just beat OC by 3 touchdowns the week before. And then they just smacked OC Trojans last year. I'm telling you, last week. LA looked good, man. The Cutthroat Rams look good, man. So I think that's going to probably round up the top 4, and then we'll see how Bessemer look. Another touchdown. ABA through the air rolling. Looking like one of the better Division II teams right now in this field. On top now, 24-0 running clock situation. So that fourth quarter going to be over faster than y'all think. Up next, Sawboys walk down game. 2 o'clock start is 1:47, and we had a running clock situation. We'll be on time. 2 o'clock start. Sawboys walk down game. Biggest 11U game in the country today. Trips to the bottom for ABA. Nice play design. Couldn't pull it in. It'll be Eastside Raven ball when we come back. ABA on top, 24-0. White, right? All right, started. Well, fourth quarter action picking up. All ABA right now on top, 24-0. Good talk to my homie Bartley, man. Glad they came out here to get this work, you know what I'm saying? Not wait until Nationals. We wanted to settle a couple things at this 11U age group before we get there, man. So Tucker, again, APB, Tucker Eastside Babies game need to happen. We all say that. Everybody wants to see it. It's necessary within the field. Sawboys, yeah, looked good yesterday. Tucker looked good. But turnovers, special teams pretty much was the difference, and that made it a little harder to overcome. Clock management in the last 5 minutes. Tucker did have the ball down by a touchdown, but could not tie up the game. Good run. Tough to bring down, but ABA tackling in bunches. Sawboys said they fly today. They ain't all white. But this is the game I've been waiting on, man. Last year, walk down gang, went up there, knocked them off. The merger this year, Midwest Sawboys, Gonna be a very interesting game. He lets it go. Is that intercepted? It looked like they got it. Picked off ABA. They'll take over. Great starting field position. All right, here we go. Well, we almost went. Timeout. It's been all ABA all day long. 24-0 right now. Not me. Not me. I ain't doing scuba. That blue team. Hey, if they gonna win, you positive. All right, that's what I want to hear. Slant. He got it. With space out in front. Oh, good cutback. And that'll be your ball game. ABA on top, 24-0 over the Eastside Ravens. Up next, the lady said the blue team. Walk down gang, Midwest Sawboys. We'll be back in a second.